Okay, so today we're starting with a mystery. What are these things going to be? Who knows? Okay, you're going to get 3 plates. 1, 2, 3. On the back, you have to write your name on all 3 plates. I suggest you do not do it in Sharpie. Do not do it in Sharpie because it's going to bleed through and it's going to show on the other side. I'm going to try to do it in marker so that you can see it. You should do it in pencil though. I'm just doing this so you can see it. So, Ciotti 3Z, because I'm pretending I'm always in 3Z. Ciotti 3Z. You're going to write 2 whatever your class is. Okay, then once that is done, you're going to flip these over, and one at a time you're going to do them in different colors. So let's talk about the color wheel a little bit. One of our plates is going to be the color wheel, which is going to be awesome. However, the other 2 of our plates have to be 2 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So if I did blue and maybe violet, that would be 2 colors that are next to each other. I'm not counting the tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are the mixes of 2 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So violet and blue, the tertiary would be blue violet. Green and blue, the tertiary would be 2 green. Blue green, sorry. So we're just using the regular rainbow colors of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay, so you want 2 of those colors that are next to each other. So I could do red and violet. I could do violet and blue. I could do blue and green. I could do green and yellow. I could do yellow and orange. And I could do orange and red. And then it starts over again. So any of those combinations is fine. Those are analogous colors. Everybody say analogous. Analogous means 2 colors that are similar but not the same. It doesn't necessarily have to be colors. It's anything that is similar but not the same is analogous. So when we're talking about colors, so we're talking about analogous colors, it's 2 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, because blue and green are similar but not the same. Blue and orange are opposites. Purple and yellow are opposites. Blue and red are both primaries. They're not similar because if you mix them together, you would get that. Violet, a whole different color. So we're going to pick 2 colors that are similar but not the same. I think I'm going to go for violet and blue because I like them. So if you notice, this is my tray of tempera cakes. I'm going to get some water in these. And if I'm using the yellow especially, see how dirty that is? You want the water to sit in there for a little bit. Technically, you only have to do the ones that you're actually using, so I'm putting extra in the violet, extra in the blue, because I'm doing violet and blue. So, if you're doing the yellow, you want to make sure you have a clean brush, get some water in there, maybe let it sit for a little bit, and then rub it a little bit in that middle, and then take a paper towel. I have a napkin from KFC, and just wipe it out. You are going to be wiping out some of the paint, but that's okay because you want to get a clean area for your yellow.
I feel much better now.
Okay, so one of my plates has to be blue. One of my plates has to be violet or purple. So I'm taking my brush. This is a new brush that you're using. It's a fat brush. And I normally say do not put things straight down in it. I'm putting this brush straight down. I'm not putting it on its side and rolling like spaghetti like I do with watercolor. I'm putting it straight down. I am rolling it around. I'm not pressing super hard though, so it gives it a bad hair day. If you notice, these have like a little bit of a dip. I'm just rolling around in that dip, making the dip a little bigger. So now I have a lot of paint on this brush. I'm going to go ahead and just start painting away. I want everything to be painted. everything. My other plates are under here. I probably don't want that. So let me get them out. Get out. Okay, so if you notice, I didn't even have to dip back in, and already half of my plate is done. Didn't even have to dip back in. Now I'm going to dip back in though, because half of my plate is done. I'm going to hold it with my finger right here so that I can, ooh, I got it on my table. But remember, these are art tables. They don't mind getting dirty, because we always clean them afterwards. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's my blue plate. I'm going to put that aside. My name is already on the back. It's very hard to put your name on it once it's really wet like this. So my name is already on the back. I'm going to get my next plate. I'm going to wash my brush, because remember, this has a lot of blue on it. So I'm washing my brush. Then I'm going into, maybe get a little bit more water in the purple. Then I'm going into the purple, and I'm just, with the tip, I'm just rolling around, picking up some of that tempera paint, rolling around for a while. If I don't roll enough, it's going to be too watery. So I'm rolling around. Most of you have a set of paints where the analogous colors are right next to each other, like this blue and purple. So I think I have enough. I have a lot of paint on here. I'm going to go ahead. I have already put my name on this one, just like the blue. Now I am on my third plate. I have to wash my brush. This plate is going to be a color wheel. So what I have to do for a color wheel is I have to separate it out. I'm going to do this for you, so hold on a sec. Okay, so if you could see this, I did in pencil mark out where all the different colors should be, roughly. It's not perfect. This one's a little smaller than this one, but that's fine. So I'm going to start out anywhere, doesn't really matter, and I'm going to be doing the rainbow. To know the order of the rainbow, there is a color wheel on the board. Also, you can just look up, because first table is red, then orange, then yellow, then green, then blue, then purple. So it goes around this whole thing. Like this is the red table, orange table, yellow table, green table is in the back, blue table, then purple table. Okay, so that is the color wheel. That is where I'm going to try to put these different colors. So if I go by the color wheel, yellow is up top. Let's put this one up top right here. Maybe this one. This one's big. I like to have a bigger one for the yellow, because yellow is such a weak color. So I'm putting some water in the yellow, taking my brush, rolling around for a while. If you don't roll around for enough, you're not going to get enough of that tempera paint off of the cake and into the water. So roll, roll, roll. Okay, so as you can see, my plate is super duper wet. If I went to put this on the drying rack right now, it might all mix together. If you don't mind it all mixing together, you can do that. It's okay. Okay? Like if you want it to all mix together, it's fine. But if that's going to upset you, which it will upset some people, you can get a paper towel and just drop it on there. Let it soak up some of that extra paint, and then lift. Okay, now first that gives it a little bit of a texture. It's pretty cool. Now if I took this same paper towel and dropped it on this part, what's going to happen? Does anybody know? If you said or thought that if I drop it on this, all the colors on this paper towel are going to mix with the colors on my plate, you would be right. Please don't do that because you're messing up all your hard work. I'm taking a clean part and dropping it on here and picking up some of that color, and that's fine. So this paper towel is done because it's all dirty on all parts. So I'm going to throw that out. Now it still has some water, but it has very little. Still carry it like it's full of water because it might drip, it might get on the floor, it might drip in places you don't want it, and just put this on the drying rack. So you're going to have 3 plates to put on the drying rack. So you're taking one of those cardboard trays, cardboard placemats really, and you're putting all 3 of these on that cardboard placemat and you're shoving it into the drying rack all on one shelf. Here, I'll show you. Okay, so the drying rack is usually to the left of the sink. You can see I have my name and class on all 3 plates. I am going to pull out one of those pieces of cardboard, put my plates on it. It might overlap a little bit, and then push it back in. That should be it.